right, everybody. Oh, happy day. I hope you're doing so well today. In this video, I want to share with you some tips that will help you when you feel lost, okay? It's not uncommon as an insurance agent to have slight moments in your career where you feel like you don't know where you are, you're lost, you're distracted, you're maybe like lost your bearings, and it's a scary place to be when you've never been in certain places in your career. And that's why it's so important to understand some of these things that I'm going to share with you. So I hope this helps you. Before I get going, jasonfinalexpense.com. I partner with some of the most amazing agents on this planet, all right, in my national agency to sell things like Medicare insurance and life insurance face-to-face, and more importantly, in the telespace. So if you need help, reach out. I'll help you in any way I can. But when you first start off in insurance, or maybe you've been in insurance for a short period of time, it's easy to get disoriented when you've never been in a certain place. It's new geography, new topography. You're not used to being in this region, okay? When you start off in insurance, that's why, first off, mentorship is crazy important, because when you feel lost, they can help you, guide you, and make you secure. Feelings of insecurity will cost you sales. Feelings of insecurity will cost you sales all day long. So when you have these feelings of, oh no, these feelings of temporary maybe dread or defeat, what happens is your sanity is going out the window, right? But more importantly, not only just your sanity and your feelings of security, sometimes financially, what happens is your sense of purpose, your sense of security and knowing what you do drops, okay? When your sense of security drops, you know what follows? Your sales do, and that's horrible. So mentorship matters. You want to have somebody that's walked through these waters before so they can kind of lift you up when you temporarily fall down. Even the best of agents will have temporary times where maybe they don't feel as rah-rah, okay, as maybe they did the day before. That's why it's so important to have a team around you. The dream work is really the teamwork. So mentorship, highly important, highly valuable. As an insurance agent, let me tell you, I've done this a long time, okay? Final expense and in telesales, I've done this over 2 decades, over 20 years. Let me tell you, the loneliest number is 1, okay? Being on an island by yourself may sound real nice at first, and it gets real lonely, real cold, okay? When you're in insurance and you've got these temporary feelings of uncertainty, temporary feelings of maybe temporary like pain or failure, or you just feel like you're lost and you're floating, have a good mentor in your life that can pull you up when you just had a temporary fall. If you don't have a mentor, sometimes you take a fall and you stay down permanently and you leave the career that you didn't need to because you didn't know that victory was right around the corner. You veered too quick. You should have stayed on the road, the path to success. So mentorship, crazy important. The next point I want to share with you is that you need to have a roadmap. You need to have clear directions how to get from point A to point B, okay? This is why roadmaps are important. If you're using an atlas, okay? Who uses an atlas, right? Everybody uses Google, or Google Earth, who knows, Yahoo Maps, okay? It used to be MapQuest when I first started in insurance back in the day. And if you had GPS, it was a big stinking thing that hung on your windshield with suction cups, and it was gaudy and huge, and you had to like re-update your maps. Pay for them too. It wasn't like nowadays where just the gift of the cell phone, right? So you have to have a good roadmap if you want to be crazy successful with insurance. What I'm speaking of here is you need to have clear training, clear guidance, mentoring, yes, but mentoring without the map really is not going to help you find the pot of gold, okay? It's not going to help get you to find the X, okay? Like the old Pirates X. You want to find the treasure, you want to find the sales, you want to find the yes. You need a road map for success. Your mentor's been there, done that. He shares or she shares the road map to you. It's important to have clear mapping, clear guidance, so that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt if you, first off, would follow their instruction. Some agents want to do it their way. I don't need anything. I'm just going to do it my way. And let me tell you, their chance of finding the X their chance of finding the treasure, their chance of finding success is extremely small. A lot of agents fail out because they don't have good mentorship, they don't have good roadmaps for success. Make sure you're following good proven power scripts, good platforms, good training material. You need to have yourself in a place where you get skilled up and built up. I'm not saying it's going to be pleasurable. I'm so blessed to partner with some amazing agents across this nation, but let me tell you, we do the hard things. We don't do the soft things, okay? You want to be soft, you're going to fail out. You want to do the hard things, the things that other people are unwilling to do, you will have success, unlike everybody else. But you've got to be willing to do things that other people are unwilling to do. So you've got to be willing to work harder. You've got to follow the map, okay? You have to be willing to be a good soldier, okay? Follow the instruction, follow the roadmap, and you'll find yourself in a place where you've got the best chance of success. Don't veer. This is why a lot of people use Frankenstein scripts, garbage scripts, find that they don't get hardly any success because they're following garbage maps. If you follow a flawed map, do you think you're really going to find the treasure? You're going to find the X factor, what you want, okay, the sale? No, because it's a flawed map. This is why flawed scripts, Frankenstein scripts are garbage. You got to make sure that you vet your trainer. Have good proven platforms, good proven scripts. I was talking to an agent, my goodness, it quit using a script and started making sales. I'm like, it's because you're using Frankenstein material. That's what happens. If you use bad data, you're going to get bad results, right? Use proven data, proven platforms, and power scripts. You're going to get, if you follow the script, you're going to get to where you want to be. It's crazy important that you follow the railroad tracks if you want to get to the destination to get to the sale. That's why good scripts, extremely, extremely, extremely important that you follow. You've got to be meticulous. Doesn't mean there's not a little room to wiggle a little bit. Get off script for 2 seconds, but get back to that script quickly, succinctly, so that you don't lose your way. The moment that you start veering off, it may work for you for a second. You may get away with murder for a moment, but let me tell you, you're going to be lonely, cold, lost in the woods, and you're going to die out of the career 9 times out of 10. You have to have good mapping. You've got to have good data if you want to make it to the destination quick and smooth, okay? I'm not going to say this business is ever easy, but it's very simple. If you would train hard, have yourself in a position where you're allowing yourself to be mentored, allowing yourself to learn from those that maybe have done it a lot of years before you so that you can learn the easy way. A lot of agents feel lonely. They get hurt. They get harmed because they're doing it all alone. Yeah, you've got a contract. Whoopity-doo-dah. Do you know how to capitalize on your contract? Probably not. A lot of folks, let me tell you, you got a piece of paper in your hand, you've got a product to sell, but they don't know how to sell what they have. It's very important that you understand how to implement your script, how to move forward properly, how to handle a lead, how to meet a need, how to listen to a client, how to have a good conversation. A lot of times when you have feelings of insecurity, it's because you're not in control. You haven't been trained properly. You haven't been pushed, okay, into an environment where you have strength so that when you get on a real call with a consumer that you just paid for that lead to have a conversation to then meet that need, oh my goodness, it's a better place for you to be if you've been properly trained, if you've been skilled up, honed up, and you've been invested in, okay? If you have somebody that's been through the woods before and you can follow the old paths to success, if you can follow those time-tested paths that men and women have gone on, okay, years and years and decades before you, they forged the way. There are no shortcuts to the top of the mountain. Follow the time-tested paths. Even elk, okay? Elk, a big old animal, amazing animal. They're hard. They call them like ghosts of the forest. Do you know that even the young elk will follow the paths of the older, wiser elk that have lived before them? If you ever get into the woods, okay, I get up into the back country sometimes, and I have a great time, okay? Getting like all up in them. It's fun. If you've ever tried hunting elk, it's ridiculously freeing. But when you're up in there, the old paths will put you onto the elk. You go getting out in the middle of nowhere on these little new paths, you're going to Nowheresville. You're going to get lost. Follow the old paths. Follow the tried and true paths. Even the young elk know enough to stay on the old paths because they're safe and they're on a path that has been tested, okay? You have to have good scripts that are tested. You need to vet your trainer. Very important, okay? Keep you out of harm's way. Ask your trainer, how many sales have you personally made in your best 3 months, your best 6 months? What have you done in the last year, okay? What was your positioning? Are you a $1 million roundtable agent? How many years have you qualified? Ask these questions. How many years have you personally done telesales? You want to teach me on telesales? Awesome. How many years have you personally done it? And did you do this prior to COVID? Or is this something new for you post-COVID? Ask these questions. It'll save you so much heartache. You want to make sure that you're getting good mentorship from people that have truly been there, done that. They don't have to have the t-shirt, okay? But they gotta have the sweat and the experience to help you get through the pain as quick as possible, because you're gonna have small feelings of defeat. Maybe you got a batch of leads that everybody just didn't buy that very day that the new leads came in. You've got to trust, okay, the laws of large numbers. You've got to push. You've got to push. You've got to go through the processes. You've got to follow the mapping. You will make it. You've got the best chance of making it to the X, to the sale, to the win. But you've got to trust your grind, trust your mentorship, trust your skill set, and trust your script. If, and only if, it's a good script. If it's a piece of garbage Frankenstein script, that is nothing but a face-to-face script that somebody morphed for free and handed to you, and you're like, wow, this doesn't smell right. Trust your gut, okay? If you look at a script and you're like, I don't think this is right, you know what? You're probably right. It's not, okay? Make sure you get yourself into a position where you partner right. You've got good proven platforms, good proven power scripts so that you can move forward with purpose. And when you are now confident, you've been skilled up, mentored up, you're gonna still have some days that are not always fun. You're gonna have days where you get kicked in the teeth, but if you understand it's a numbers game, that your yes is right around the corner, if you would just have the courage, okay, to move forward, if you would just have the courage to have high action, do, and do. You have to do. There's nothing that is gonna make you as an agent, okay, into a position where you quit having to do something, okay? I know a lot of these folks out there in this space are like, go buy this blankety-blank system and wow, you can put your feet up on your desk and work half the hours and like, it's no big deal. They'll call you to buy insurance. No, it's not true, okay? You have to put in effort. There's no substitute for effort if you want to have big success. You're dealing with a final expense client, a Medicare client. If you want success, you must have high action. Anyone that tells you you don't have to have high action in this business, just buy this XYZ product, CRM, whatever the heck widget it is, let me tell you, everybody, you're buying a bill of goods. I'm not saying technology can't make you more efficient. Yes, there's nothing wrong with having more efficient things, okay? We're still not riding around in horse-drawn carriages, right? We're using cars. You can have advancement in technology, but you still, in insurance, cannot neglect the fact that you must have conversations if you want to have conversions and have sales. To make a sale, you have to have a lead, okay? To have a lead, it's nothing more than the opportunity to have a conversation, okay? When you have a good conversation and you know what you're doing, hopefully you'll convert that conversation into a problem that they have that you can solve like a detective. Now you can meet their need with that lead that came into your hands because you have finesse, you have the skill necessary to handle the problem that they have, solve it with your product, make that thing a solution, put a pretty bow on it, and guess what? You took care of the client, now you have a sale. When you have a sale and you get that period of success in you, your feelings of failure, the FOF, your feelings of self-defeat are going to be gone. They're going to be obliterated. There's so many really good agents in this industry that are lonely. okay? They're on an island by themselves and they're so close to victory, but they don't have someone that says you're almost there, okay? You're almost out of the woods. You're going to see the beautiful view. Keep going, keep pushing. Make sure, though, that you're saddled up on the right horse, okay? Sometimes you're in the right race. You're on the wrong stinking horse. That's all it is. You're using bad scripting, bad technique. You're with a face-to-face agency that really doesn't understand telesales if that's your jam. Now, a telesales agent can go backwards to face-to-face like a rock star, okay? Because we understand how to use nonverbal, okay? We understand how to use verbal as well, different techniques. We are in a position where sometimes, as a telesales agent, we fly blind. Clients can't see our faces. They can't see my ugly mug when I'm having a great connection with my consumer. But when you have the ability to capitalize, okay, on the articulation that you have as a telesales agent, you've got the ability to really connect like emotionally and over the phone in a way that they've maybe never experienced before because you're a high-end telesales agent. Now, when you add the fact that a prospect can now see you physically and pick up on non-verbal cues face-to-face, a telesales agent is unstoppable face-to-face. But a face-to-face agent, okay, going the other direction into telesales really gets harmed, really gets hurt, because a face-to-face agent deploys tactics, okay, that really only work on the face-to-face arena, and when you do it over the phone, you get hung up on, and you go, what's wrong with me? I'm an amazing agent face-to-face. Why am I losing money on leads? Well, guess what? You're deploying different tactics that don't work the other direction, okay? So make sure that you're using good tactics that are designed for the problems that you're going to face when you go into the telespace. So good mentorship, crazy important. Good roadmaps to success. Make sure you've got good cheat sheets, good quoters. You've got good training. You've got good proven power scripts that are designed for the platform that you want to be on, okay? Make sure you vet your trainer. Make sure you vet what you're going to do, what you're going to say. Make sure you're in an environment where your trainer is truly invested into you. Let me tell you, if you're being trained right, it's not going to be always enjoyable. Let me tell you, the men and women that partner with me, when we work, when we do training, it's not always enjoyable. I care about them so much, but guess what? We do the hard things, and we do it over, we do it over, and we do it over again, okay? We do it right, or we do it again. We do it right, or we do it again. And let me tell you, I'd rather spend hours and hours and hours in training than to spend $1,000, $2,000, $8,000 on leads and go broke in this industry. Too many people get harmed in this space because they wing it. They go it alone. The loneliest number, like we talked about, is 1. When you go solo, it gets real cold at night. Let me tell you, you don't understand how to shelter, and now you're in a position where one cold night, one bad day, one bad week in the insurance industry just took you out permanently. And it's because you didn't have a mentor that could walk by your side, a mentor that could show you the way. You didn't have training platforms. You didn't have the tools you needed. You weren't equipped for success. It's not your fault. There's so many agents that don't make it. That's why, for goodness sakes, 92% of most insurance agents never make it in the industry. It's not that they couldn't make it in the insurance industry, but they didn't have a mentor. They didn't have proven platforms. They were given a contract and say, see you later, I hope you make it, and your upline doesn't know how to pick up the phone. You have nobody. You basically got like hella dropped in the middle of a wilderness and like, I hope you make it back home. Have a great day. Be successful. And you're like, this happens to really good people. They have the ability to be, okay, a top agent, $1 million round table agent, but they don't ever get the opportunity because maybe they got into a position where they weren't mentored right. They didn't have the roadmap. They weren't given the gift of a good roadmap, and they didn't have somebody that like grabbed, okay, a hold of them and says, I got you, let's go. Follow me. We're heading this way. I'll lead you to victory. I'll get you out of the woods safely. Yeah, we may do a fire tonight, but everything's okay. Make sure that you've got somebody that can show you the way. If you have somebody that can show you the way and invest in you, let me tell you, you're set up on a path to win. And winning feels good. Even when you have a temporary day or a couple days where maybe you got the no bus, okay, running over your toes, it didn't break your feet. You're okay. Get going, keep moving, keep doing. And if you use what you know, you use proven plans, proven paths, yeah, you may be in the woods for a second, but you're going to make your way to the top of the mountain, all right? At the bottom of the mountain, there's a whole lot of people, okay? But at the top, okay, it's a small group that make it, and it's because they don't give up. They know the map, and they don't stop. They go, and they go, and they do, and they do, and they've got faith. They understand where they're going, and they've got a Sherpa. They've got a mentor. You want to make it to Everest? Dead bodies happen when you go it alone. Victory happens when you got a good Sherpa that's been there that says, follow me. Okay? And that's the way it is with this industry. So when you feel lost, when you feel lonely, it's okay. Everybody's been there. I've had brief periods of time in my career, and I've done this a long time, where you have these temporary feelings of, wow, today was horrible. And it really wasn't like a horrible day, but it was a temporary feeling. If I didn't have a good mentor, a good buddy I could talk, okay, through my adversity, I wouldn't be an agent that overcame that temporary obstacle. It wasn't truly an obstacle. It was just smoke, okay? When you got a good mentor, a good buddy, okay, a battle buddy that can walk right through that with you, you will find your way. You will find that you will win more than you lose. You're going to make it. You're going to get better. You're going to be in a place where you capitalize on the leads that you've been provided. You're going to meet needs like you've never met. You're going to have some extra purpose in you. And when you understand your purpose, you understand your direction, you will have yourself into a place that you're happier, you're more successful, and even when the pain comes, you know that victory is around the corner. Even when you feel like whining, you're going to know, no, I'm going to work so that I can win. I'm going to work through my problems. I'm going to work through it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep doing. I know what I need to do, and I'm going to keep doing it, okay? Winners will make a way. Whiners will just whine. Understand that. You're going to make this happen. You're going to work hard. Yes, this business is never easy, but it's extremely simple when you have good roadmaps to success. Make sure you're following a proven roadmap. Don't use bad data and expect amazing results. Good data will give you good results if you apply yourself and focus on following the map. Don't get off the path. Don't get off course. Especially when you're new, even when you're in it a couple years, don't get off course, okay? Sometimes things work so good, you quit doing it. Never quit doing what works. Keep doing what works and follow those old paths, okay? Time and time again. And you will be a happier camper. You will mitigate fear. You will mitigate failure. And you will change your mind. You're going to move your mouth differently. You're going to have your motives change. Your methods will just be stronger because you're going to keep moving, keep doing, and you're going to find yourself an amazing agent that sticks and stays and has success for decades and decades and decades to come. When you sell Medicare, when you sell life insurance, you're going to sit back on renewals that every person that didn't follow these steps sits back and goes, what? How did you do that? Well, I followed some good paths from people that have been there before me. I hope this helps you. Have an amazing day. I appreciate you watching. Having a phenomenal night. Be prepared. We have a lot of opportunity, a lot of week yet ahead of us. Be a victor. Stay at it. Partner hard. And by all means, never give up. You can do this. You can make it. Keep following the good paths. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you watching. Have a phenomenal day. Hope this helps.